Hi, this is Tarot Reader, and this is a general tarot reading or a generic tarot reading for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. The timeline is 1st of December 2022 till 31st of March 2023. You need to be a little bit careful with people around you. I see a lot of backstabbing, but you have a pretty interesting phase in the coming months. I see you meeting with a lot of dangerous and lethal people, but also benefiting out of them. Okay, manipulating a lot of people from the armed forces or the uniform background. Okay, and achieving certain things which seemed impossible to handle. Work wise, the cards are showing a tangibility, so I don't see a job loss. If there is tension around, even if there's a compliance or a legal issue, I don't see a job loss. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, but I'm not advising or asking you to change your line of profession or change the job. You need to stick to what you're doing already. Okay, if you are out of job for some reason, by the time it crosses Feb, or by the time you reach February 2023, a possibility of a job is strong. It's not a very fancy job or a high profile job. Even if you have a gap in your profile, you will still get a job, but it's a job which will pay you decently well. Okay, it's a work which you can do. It's not way below your dignity or respect. No, it's a job which you can comfortably do. It's a job which will pay you comfortable enough to sustain your expenses. Okay, and it's an environment where you will pick up the skill sets or the work pretty fast in a couple of months. Yes, if you already have a job, then a change of job is not possible. Okay, but if your boss is very annoying or agitating, or someone who keeps playing mind games with you, you have some favor, or maybe something in your work will give you an edge that your boss or your authority cannot throw you out or cannot push you to leave the job. I'm not saying that job loss is like definitely not there. There's a 25-30% chance for some people where a job loss may happen, but it is going to benefit you then. If it's something that is circumstantial or initiated by your boss or the higher authorities, it will work on your favor, in your favor. But if you are initiating the job, the loss, I mean, in the sense you're trying to resign from the job without a job in hand, then it might turn out to be negative. Then you might not get a new job very soon. The gap might be longer. So whatever the advice is, stick to the job. If they ask you to leave or they push you, nothing to worry. There's something better waiting for you. But if you try to change it yourself, then you need to be cautious. Then there's a glitch out there. Okay, you'll feel as if you're tied up, as if you're. It's like it's a feeling of being inside a prison, literally. Yeah, where there's no way out. You feel lost. You feel that life is not kind to you, that people are not kind to you, the people you trust or the people you approach or the people you try to approach, they all backstab you. Okay, but this is a momentary phase. You're actually going to come out of your helplessness possibly once you cross February or March. Yeah, you're in a phase where, in spite of how negative the circumstances are, how depleted your resources are, or how hopeless the scenario is, I see you coming out of it. Your willpower is going to be at its best, possibly once you cross January or February. Even in that dark black tunnel, I see a very strong willpower. Yes. Excuse me. Certain areas of work will remain stagnant. Property issues are going to get more and more complicated. So purchase of property is out of question right now. But if you're trying to sell a property, then ensure that you're selling it to a buyer who is actually rich. Even if he's paying you a lesser amount compared to the market price, sell it to him because he'll give you the whole amount. If you search for a new buyer who's saying that he will pay you more, but what if he doesn't have the money? What if midway in the deal you realize he's not going to pay the remaining amount? You'll be stuck, right? So go for a buyer who's cash rich. Even if he pays you a little bit less than your actual price, at least you will get that whole amount that he's promised. Yeah, legality wise, the cards are going to get more and more chronic. Okay, but if in case a warrant has been issued or you're behind bars, I see a bail coming your way through a criminal lawyer who's much elder, very controversial, very arrogant, very shrewd. February to June, that lawyer might come in contact with an elderly male in your family, and a bail could be arranged. But if you're already out on bail, then there will be fear that it might get cancelled any moment. Okay, so that fear and that agitation is going to stay. I'm not saying you're going back inside. No. Okay, I mean, this doesn't apply to everyone. Maybe just 1 out of 100. Okay, or I hope it's none. Okay, forgive me for the nasty tongue. Okay, my only intention is that the reading should benefit someone out there. Okay, I'm not wishing or praying for anyone to suffer. I just hope anyone who's stuck in that kind of a situation finds a way for himself or herself. Yeah. But if it's a woman who's in a legal trouble or behind the bars, then you need to approach a controversial elderly man who has some selfish motive in you, which you're not willing to barter with, but that's the only person who's going to help you. The women around you, they don't want you to come out of that mess, not even your own mother, sister, or mother-in-law. So be very careful over there. Some sort of a backstabbing is there, because there will be a lot more people in the next 3-4 months who will backstab you. So be prepared for that. But surprisingly, your Saturn is pretty strong in your card, so that means you will be able to handle these backstabbers. In spite of the backstabbers, in spite of the limited resources and insecurity in the work area, I see you handling this scenario pretty well. You have the cards of a survivor, and you're going to survive really well, with a lot of dignity as well. Yes, arrogance and dignity. Yes, the typical Aquarian charm is going to be at its peak. Property wise, just be careful. Any documents that you need to sign, check it with a couple of lawyers. And if you're trying to resolve any property issue within the family, there again you need to check it with the lawyers who are not known to your family, because otherwise the known lawyers will try to create more trouble, or the opinion might be biased. Yeah. Possibly by next year mid, there's a new work or something new on the start you're going to start with. It's going to be on a very small scale, but it's going to pick things up for you. Yeah. Setting up work or business or freelance opportunity in a far off place, not your birth land, maybe a different state, a different country, a different city, at least 1,000-2,000 kilometers away from your birthplace, will be very lucky for you next year, mate. Yes. For those of you going through a very terrible time legally, in any way, in a personal life, okay, on a day of no moon, or the Amavasya, or the darkest night, or on a full moon night, okay, take a copper snake or a copper coin or a copper ring, okay, and take a sweet, okay, any sweet, and both the items you need to leave it at a graveyard, yeah, at a cemetery, on a no moon night, okay, if possible, okay, and wears black or brown or blood red clothing. Yeah, for the women who are in relationships which are toxic, or the man has made you pregnant, is not willing to give you any commitment, or the husband who is abusing you and not letting you go, or keeps doubting your character, okay, offer something sweet, okay, and take a small perfumed oil, essential oil, maybe oud or sandalwood, 2 items, a sweet, it could be a cheesecake, it could be any pudding, and a small perfume oil. Take it with you on the day of the heavy bleeding, in the night time or evening time, to a cemetery. Offer the sweet at the gate or inside the grave, on the grave, and take the perfumed oil, okay, drop a few drops, stick them on the finger, or drop them on the ground or on the grave, rub them on the ground or the grave, and pray that you find a way. Pray that the people who are torturing you, pray that the people who are making you suffer like this, suffer. There should be justice, right? So you need to pray it in that way, okay? The remaining bottle of perfume oil or the essential oil, you're going to carry it back with you, and you'll always use it on your navel, rub it on your navel, your tailbone, your nape area, whenever you go for any important work. Yeah. You might come across a short fling, this for the Aquarius woman, with a much elderly man, but he's masculine, charming, and very resourceful, but he's going to be very lucky for you, super lucky. Because whether you're an Aquarius man or a woman, you're going to meet a lot more controversial, resourceful, powerful people. They may not be favorable for others. People might be talking really bad about them, but these controversial people are going to be tremendously helpful for you in the coming days. Where a black obsidian, black jade. If you've been advised a blue sapphire, wear that, a pure blue sapphire. For the Aquarius woman, wear platinum. Okay. For the Aquarius man, you can wear a platinum chain or a pure silver chain. A platinum chain of at least 20 grams, or a pure silver chain of at least 100 grams and above. Yes, for the Aquarius man. And for the Aquarius man, try not to pay attention to what your father or your male sibling, your brother, is telling you. And if your lawyer is influenced or suggested by them, then you need to change the lawyer. Yeah. Property issues, if they get started in the next few months, they will go on for many years. So don't put too much of money in resolving them, okay? And at some point, if you find a resolution, like you can sell it off and get rid of the legal dispute or do an out of court settlement, get rid of it. That's the only way. But even in an out of court settlement, you will not withdraw the case, or you'll not let the person withdraw the case till the time you get your money. Otherwise, you never know who's going to cheat you. So you have to be very, very cautious with the people around you. Yeah. Wear a lot of blacks and blues for the Aquarius man. Okay. For the Aquarius woman, okay, you can wear a lot of maroons, dark greens, dark grays, and dark purple. Yes. I hope I have not offended. Yeah. Take care. Blessed be.